In 2002, the world was stunned by a tragic story. Scott Peterson, who seemed to be a loving husband, was hiding a dark secret. His wife, Lacey Peterson, was 8 months pregnant with their first child and disappeared just before Christmas. As people across the country prayed for her safe return, a terrible truth started to come out. Scott was having an affair with a woman named Amber Fry. He lied to Amber, telling her he was a widower. This affair, along with financial problems, led Scott to do something unthinkable. He murdered Lacey and their unborn baby, then threw their bodies into the San Francisco Bay. But this isn't just one terrible story. Almost 40% of all divorces in the United States are because of infidelity, families torn apart, the children growing up in broken homes, and the deep emotional wounds left behind. The Bible has powerful advice to help protect marriages, but too often, we ignore these warnings. If you feel the pain of a struggling marriage, this video is for you. We'll look at 5 crucial biblical warnings that can help save your marriage. Let's begin. Adultery is a word we often hear but hope we never have to face in our own lives. It's not just about the physical act. It's about the betrayal of trust, the breaking of vows, and the deep hurt that follows. The Bible is very clear on this. In Exodus 20 verse 14, it says, "You shall not commit adultery." This commandment isn't just a rule. It's a safeguard for our hearts and our marriages. Think about the person you chose to spend your life with. You've shared dreams, struggles, joys, and sorrows. You've built a life together, brick by brick. Adultery shatters this bond. The moment one partner steps outside the marriage, the trust is broken. This breach of trust is like a deep wound, and it doesn't heal easily. When someone commits adultery, they are not just betraying their partner. They are also betraying themselves and everything their marriage stands for. The Bible warns us about adultery for a reason. It's not just about moral rules. It's about protecting our hearts and our homes. Adultery is a destructive force that can tear apart the very fabric of our lives. Proverbs 6 verse 32 says, "But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself." This isn't just about the act itself, but about the long-lasting consequences. If you've been affected by adultery, know that you're not alone. Many have faced this painful journey and found a way to heal. It's not easy, and it takes time, but healing is possible. The first step is acknowledging the pain and seeking support, whether through faith, counseling, or trusted friends. The next warning sign we need to discuss is something many of us struggle with but often underestimate: lack of communication. When we think about communication, it's easy to imagine just talking. But true communication goes much deeper. It's about listening, understanding, and connecting with your spouse on a meaningful level. The Bible reminds us in James 1 verse 19, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." This advice is vital for a healthy marriage. Think about the moments when you and your spouse truly connect. Those late-night conversations, sharing dreams and fears, or simply discussing the events of the day. These moments build a bond of trust and intimacy. But what happens when these conversations stop? When we become too busy, too distracted, or too indifferent to communicate? Lack of communication creates a gap between partners. It's like a crack in the foundation of a house. At first, it might seem small, but over time, it grows wider and deeper. This gap can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and a feeling of isolation. In many marriages, this gap starts to widen when small issues are left unaddressed. A minor annoyance, a hurtful comment, or a forgotten promise can fester and grow into larger conflicts. Without communication, these small problems accumulate, leading to feelings of neglect and disconnection. Think about how you feel when someone truly listens to you. It's validating and comforting, making you feel valued and understood. Now, imagine the opposite, feeling unheard and overlooked by the person who means the most to you. It's a painful and lonely experience. For older couples, especially those who have been together for many years, maintaining open lines of communication is crucial. Life's challenges, such as health issues, financial worries, or family conflicts, require teamwork and mutual support. Without communication, navigating these challenges becomes almost impossible. So, how can we bridge this communication gap? It starts with being present and making time for each other. Put down the phone, turn off the TV, and really listen to your partner. Ask questions, show empathy, and be willing to share your own thoughts and feelings. Remember, communication is a two-way street. It's about giving and receiving, speaking and listening. The Bible's wisdom on this matter is clear. Proverbs 18 verse 13 says, "To answer before listening, that is folly and shame." We need to listen first, understand second, and speak last. This approach can transform our relationships, turning conflict into connection and resentment into understanding. Before we move on to the next crucial warning, take a moment to think about your own relationship. Are there unspoken words that need to be shared? Is there a conversation you've been avoiding? Don't wait for the gap to widen. Start bridging it today. And if you find this video helpful, then please subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you valuable insights that can make a real difference in your life and relationships. And the next warning is one you definitely don't want to miss. The next warning sign we need to explore is being unequally yoked in a partnership. This might sound unfamiliar, but it's crucial for a strong and harmonious marriage. Picture this. You and your partner are a team of oxen, pulling a plow. If one ox is stronger or taller than the other, the plow won't move straight. It will veer off course. This is what it means to be unequally yoked. The Bible warns us about this in 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14. Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. This advice goes beyond religious beliefs and touches on values, priorities, and life goals. When two people have vastly different beliefs or values, it can create a tug-of-war within the relationship. One partner might value family time, while the other prioritizes career ambitions. One might find solace in faith, while the other seeks meaning elsewhere. These differences can lead to constant friction and misunderstandings. This isn't about having different interests or hobbies. It's about the core beliefs that guide your life. When these are not aligned, it's difficult to find common ground. For example, decisions about raising children, managing finances, or even spending holidays can become battlegrounds instead of collaborative efforts. Think about how challenging it would be to navigate these important aspects of life without a shared vision. The constant push and pull can lead to resentment, frustration, and a feeling of isolation. It's like rowing a boat with someone who's paddling in the opposite direction. For those who have been married for a long time, these differences can become more pronounced as you face new phases of life. Retirement, health issues, and changing family dynamics require strong teamwork and mutual understanding. Without a shared foundation, these challenges can feel overwhelming. The Bible's warning is not meant to restrict us, but to protect us. It encourages us to find partners who share our core values and beliefs, ensuring that we move forward together in harmony. This unity is essential for a marriage that can withstand the tests of time and adversity. If you find yourself in an unequally yoked partnership, it's important to communicate openly about your differences and seek common ground. It's not always easy, but understanding and compromise can help bridge the gap. And let's talk about the fourth warning that might be the most surprising yet. The next warning sign we need to discuss is financial mismanagement. This might seem less dramatic than infidelity or lack of communication, but trust me guys, it can be just as destructive to a marriage. Imagine this. You're living your life, trying to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but the weight of financial stress keeps pulling you down. The Bible warns us in Proverbs 21 verse 20, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." It's a reminder of the importance of financial wisdom and prudence. Money problems can create a silent but deadly strain on a relationship. When bills start piling up and savings dwindle, the stress can become overwhelming. Arguments over money are common, and they often stem from deeper issues of trust and priorities. Think about the trust that's built in a marriage. When one partner is reckless with money, it's not just about the dollars and cents. It's about the broken promises and the fear of an uncertain future. Financial mismanagement can make you feel like you're constantly on edge, never knowing if you'll be able to make ends meet. For many couples, the journey of financial mismanagement starts with small, seemingly harmless decisions. A splurge here, an unplanned expense there, and suddenly you're facing a mountain of debt. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, we'll handle it later, but later often becomes too late. When financial stress takes over, it can affect every aspect of your life. You might find yourselves arguing more, avoiding important conversations, and even losing intimacy. The constant worry about money can make you feel isolated, even when you're together. But it's not just about the lack of money. It's about how you manage it. Couples who communicate openly about their finances and plan together are more likely to build a stable and happy marriage. The Bible encourages us to be good stewards of what we have, to plan wisely, and to avoid the pitfalls of debt and financial recklessness. Before we move on to the next important warning, take a moment to think about the impact of financial mismanagement on your marriage. If you're watching the video yet, then please provide your insightful suggestion about it in the comment, and let's move forward to the fourth warning. Infidelity and lust. This might be one of the most devastating issues that can plague a marriage. Imagine the bond you share with your spouse, built on years of trust, love, and shared experiences. Now, imagine that trust being shattered by infidelity. The Bible warns us in Matthew 5 verse 28, "Anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart." This isn't just about physical betrayal. It's about the thoughts and desires that can lead us down a dangerous path. Lust and infidelity are silent killers in a marriage. They start in the mind, often unnoticed, but grow into something that can destroy the foundation of your relationship. Lust isn't just about physical attraction. It's about allowing your mind to wander and entertain thoughts that can lead to betrayal. Think about how it feels to be deeply connected with someone, to trust them completely. Now, consider the heartbreak of discovering that trust has been broken. Infidelity isn't just a physical act. It's an emotional betrayal that leaves scars. It creates a chasm of pain and distrust that can be incredibly difficult to heal. When someone indulges in lustful thoughts, they are opening the door to infidelity. These thoughts can lead to secretive behavior, emotional distance, and eventually, physical betrayal. It's like planting a seed of destruction in your marriage. The Bible's wisdom on this matter is clear and profound. Proverbs 6 verse 32 says, "But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself." This highlights the self-destructive nature of infidelity. It's not just about hurting your partner. It's about tearing apart the very fabric of your own life. Lust and infidelity don't just happen overnight. They build slowly, starting with small, seemingly harmless thoughts or actions. But these small steps can lead to major consequences. And guys, we have already uploaded a detailed video about the lust. After watching this, you will get the video link in the description or at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. We've explored 5 critical biblical warnings that can save your marriage from doom. Adultery, lack of communication, being unequally yoked, financial mismanagement, and infidelity and lust. Each of these can deeply impact your relationship, but with awareness and action, you can protect and strengthen your marriage. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights on maintaining a healthy and happy relationship. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue to bring you content that matters. And don't miss our next video on the left, where we delve deeper into the dangers of lust and how it can silently destroy your life. Click on it now to stay informed and safeguard your marriage.